Student class 12 subject chemistry chapter first solid state. Dear student, at this chapter we are going to study classification of solid based on different binding forces. Means we have learned the characteristic of molecular ionic and covalent metallic solid. Also study amorphous and crystalline solid, unit cell, two dimensional and three dimensional lattice, unit cell, packing in solid, packing efficiency, type of voids, number of atom per unit cell in a cubic cell, point defect, electrical and magnetic properties of solid. Dear student, at your previous classes, do you know that what are the solid? When constituent particle of a matter are dynamic, this concept is called kinetic theory of matter. On the basis of kinetic theory of matter, kinetic motion of constituent particle of a substance, it is divided into three physical states. Physical state is gas when kinetic motion of constituent particle is maximum, while minimum kinetic motion it is stability. Physical state of matter is solid. Middle state of these called liquid state. So dear student, on the basis of kinetic theory of matter, on the basis of kinetic motion, matter is divided into three parts. When the constituent particle have maximum motion or maximum kinetic motion, that we can say that it to be a gas. When constituent particle of a substance have minimum kinetic motion, so we can say that it's are static. We can say that matter is a solid. In a gas and liquid state of matter, interparticle force between constituent particle is weak. In the solid state of matter, interparticle force is found to be maximum. So, first characteristic, the minimum kinetic motion in constituent particle of a substance, that is solid. Second characteristic, the interparticle force is a maximum, that is the solid. Due to maximum interparticle force, this is a state of matter particle of solid are not in kinetic motion, but vibrate at their position, constancy, and constituent particle impart rigidity, definite shape of solid state of matter. So we have learned four characteristics of solid. First, minimum kinetic motion found at the constituent particle of matter, that is solid. Maximum interparticle force found in the constituent particle of matter, that is to be solid. They show impart rigidity, they show definite shape, that can be solid. So definite shape, rigid, hard, maximum kinetic, minimum kinetic motion, and maximum interparticle force found in the state of solid. So in solid state of matter, following common characteristic are found. First, entire strong interparticle force between constituent particle in solid. Minimum distance between constituent particle, it to be solid. Definite shape of matter in solid. Vibration of constituent particle at their own position being in a stable state in solid. Rigidity and non-compressibility found in the solid. So these are the characteristic or identifying characteristic of solid. We use solid more often than liquid or gases. We need solid having different properties for various uses. Properties of solids depend upon nature of constituent particle and the binding force operating between them. A study of structure of solid is important. The relation between structure and properties help in finding new solid with desired properties like magnetic solid, biodegradable polymer solid, biodegradable polymers for packing, high temperature superconductor solid, biomolecular solid for surgical implants, etc. So it's importance of state of solid. So dear student, two questions arise on here. Both are short. What are the characteristic of solid and what is the importance of solid? Note this question as your homework. What's the question? First question written on your notes. What are the characteristic of solid? Justify their character and importance of solid. So answer, you get answer of this question. Answer is that the following characteristics shown by solid: strong interparticle force, second, minimum distance of constituent particle, definite shape of matter, vibration of constituent particle without moving, rigidity and non-compressibility, kinetic motion of constituent particle is minimum and interparticle force is maximum. And importance of solid: the desired property like magnetic solid, biodegradable polymer for packing, high temperature superconductor solid, and biomolecular solid for surgical imports. It's are the importance of solid. So dear student, we have learned the characteristic and importance of solid. After that, we are going to study the type of solid. Solids are divided into two parts on the basis of arrangement of constituent particle. How to arrange? On the basis of arrangement of constituent particle. So, on the basis of arrangement of constituent particles, solids are differentiated into two parts. First, crystalline solid. In these solids, means in crystalline solid, their constituent particle means ions, atoms or molecules are arranged in a regular order. So first characteristic, the constituent particle of crystalline solid are arranged in a regular order. Example, learned the example, just like diamond, sodium chloride, sodium sulfate, iodine, these are the crystalline solid. What are the characteristic of crystalline solid? Constituent particle of crystalline solid are regularly arranged. Second, crystalline solid possess sharp and definite melting point. Their outer surface also shows a regular arrangement during the formation of crystal. These are anisotropic. Four characteristic. The characteristic of crystalline solid: they are regularly arranged. Their melting point is sharp and definite. Outer surface also show the definite arrangement of crystal. These are anisotropic. Just examples are diamond, sodium chloride, iodine. Second, amorphous solid are non-crystalline solid. Solid in which constituent particles are not arranged regularly are called amorphous solid. Just like glass, plastic, rubber. The constituent particle of amorphous solid are not arranged regularly. Second, amorphous solid do not have sharp and definite melting point. The outer surface of amorphous solid does not show regular arrangement during formation of crystal. These are isotropic. So, amorphous solid are non-crystalline solid and their constituent particles are not arranged regularly, not show the sharp and definite melting point. Their outer surface is not a regular arrangement and they are isotropic. So dear student, on the basis of arrangement of particle, solid is classified under two categories. First is crystalline solid, second is amorphous solid. What is the difference between crystalline and amorphous solid? Crystalline solid are their constituent particles in this solid are arranged in regular order, but amorphous solid they are not arranged in regularly. In crystalline solid, outer surface have also possess a regular arrangement, but amorphous solid they does not possess also the regular arrangement. The melting point of crystalline solid is sharp and definite, but amorphous solid do not have sharp and definite melting point. The nature of crystalline solid are anisotropic, but amorphous solid they show the isotropic nature. Crystalline solid are true solid, but amorphous solid are called pseudo solid. Pseudo means false, means they are known as the false solid or super cooled solid. When we cut the crystalline solid, means on cutting by sharp knife, their new surface also has regular order of constituent particle in crystalline solid. But when we apply this technique on the amorphous solid, this solid have no regular order of constituent particle on cut surface, hence does not show cleavage property. So dear student, first question, what is solid and characteristic of solid and importance of solid, short answer type question. Second, what is the crystalline and amorphous solid characteristic and example with differences. So dear student, after that the crystalline and amorphous solid, we are going to study the classification of solid based on the different binding forces. Dear student, on the basis of arrangement of particle, we have classified the solid into two states. First, crystalline solid. Second is amorphous solid. But after that, on the basis of different binding forces, solid are classified under following categories. First, ionic solid. Binding forces between the particle depend upon the fact that what is the nature of constituent particle. So, ionic solid are solid whose structural unit are ions. Ions sometimes negative or sometimes positive nature means when the constituent particle have a form or structure, so negative or positive ions form a structure that is the ionic solid, just like sodium chloride, cesium chloride or zinc chloride. The constituent unit sodium and chlorine, cesium and chlorine, zinc and chlorine form the ions. What are the characteristics of ionic solid? Ionic solids are made up of positive and negative charged ion. Means they have composed of charged ions. Coulombic attraction force act between these oppositively charged ions. Hence, these ions have Coulombic force of attraction. Means first they have made up of composed up of charged particle. The Coulombic force of attraction between found or grow with oppositely charged ions. These solids have hard and brittle in nature due to strong electrostatic attraction force between formula units. These solids have high melting and high boiling point. Ionic solids are non-volatile due to high heat of evaporization. Ionic solids are soluble in polar solvent. Ionic solid are bad conductor of electricity state. Why? Conductor in fuse and solution state. This is due to non-mobility of ion and solid state. So dear student, we have learnt on the basis of binding forces. First classification of solid is ionic solid. Characteristic: ionic solid is composed of positive and negative charge ion. The Coulombic force of attraction also found in opposite charge ion. They are hard and brittle due to strong electrostatic force of attraction. They show high melting and boiling point. They are non-volatile because high heat of vaporization. These are soluble in polar solvent because they have also a polar compound. They are bad conductor of electricity because non-mobility of ion in a solid state. Second, molecular solid. Molecular solid are the solid whose structural unit of molecules, not ions, not atom. Example: iodine, ice, solid methane, etc. Van der Waals force are found between the molecules of molecular solid. Polar molecule solids like solid carbon monoxide have dipole binding force. Non-polar molecular solids like solid oxygen have London force. Some molecular solid also have hydrogen bonding. Example: ice, sodium, ammonia, solid ammonia. So we are briefing the characteristic of molecular solid. First, molecular solid are made up of molecules. These solids have van der Waals force as a interparticle binding force. These solids are soft due to weak van der Waals force between constituent particles. These have low melting and low boiling point. Due to low heat of vaporization, these are volatile. Polar solid are soluble in polar solvent and non-polar solid are soluble in non-polar solvent. These are a bad conductor of heat and electricity. So molecular solid are made up of molecules. Van der Waals force are found between them. They are soft in nature. Presence of weak van der Waals force, they have low melting and boiling point. Due to low heat of vaporization, they are volatile. They are soluble in both type of solid, polar and non-polar compound. These are bad conductor of heat and electricity. So dear student, first we have learned ionic solid. Second we have learned molecular solid, and then we are going to study the covalent solid. Covalent solid are the solid whose constituent unit are atoms. Example: diamond, graphite, silica, silicon carbide, etc. These solid covalent bond are found between atoms. Due to covalent bond, these solids have giant interlocking structure. Mention this point. Covalent solids have giant interlocking structure. Hence, these are also called network solid. Why covalent solid are called network solid? Because covalent bond develop between the atoms of their constituent particles of covalent solid. So giant interlocking structure develop between these solids, so they are called network solid. So characteristic of covalent solid. Covalent solid are made up of atoms. Interparticle bind force is covalent bonding between their constituent units. Covalent solids are very hard and brittle. Due to presence of network, these solids have high melting and high boiling point. Due to high heat of vaporization, they are non-volatile. Covalent solid are bad conductor of heat and electricity. So dear student, covalent solid is made up of atom. Covalent bonding or covalent force between that atom, they are hard and brittle. Their melting and boiling point is so high because presence of network. They are non-volatile due to high heat of vaporization. These are bad conductor of heat and electricity because atoms are not charged at this state. Next one is metallic solid. Metallic solid are the solid whose structural unit are metal atom. Example: copper, silver, nickel. These the interparticle force in these solids are metallic bond. Metal atoms occupy a fixed position in the sea of valence electron. After the losing valence electron, the rest part of atom gain positive charge. the attraction force between electron and positive charge part is called metallic bond. So, dear student, characteristic of metallic solid are made of metal ion first. So, just like covalent solid are made up of atom, but metallic solid are made up of metallic atoms. The metallic solid interparticle force is a metallic bond. Metallic bond means exchange of electron and grow up of force of attraction. They range from soft to very hard. Example, sodium is very soft and osmium is so hard. Metallic solid, so from low to very high melting and boiling point. They have lower to higher heat of vaporization. They are good conductor of heat and electricity. They are ductile and malleable. So, dear student, metallic solid are solid structure. Their units are metallic atoms, copper, silver, nickel. These interparticle force are these solid or metallic bond. Metals atom occupy a fixed position in the sea of valence electron. They have losing their valence electron gained by other metallic atom, and force of attraction between developed between electron and positively charged, that is known as the metallic bond. So they are made up of metal atom. Metallic bond developed between metallic atoms. They have metallic bond. They are soft to hard. They have so the high melting and boiling point. They have higher heat of evaporization. They are good conductor of heat and electricity. They are ductile and malleable. So, dear student, on the basis of force of attraction that are developed between the solid or different binding forces, we have classified the solid into four categories: ionic solid, metallic solid, covalent solid, and molecular solid. So first we are going to comparative study of both fourth type of solid, means dear student, we are going to perform the comparative study on the between ionic, covalent, molecular and metallic solid. These solids are categorized under on the basis of force of attraction or binding force are developed on their constituent particles. In ionic solid, constituent particles are negative and positive ions. In covalent solid, the constituent particles are atom. In molecular solid, the molecules is a constituent particle. In metallic solid, metals ion means positive ions. In sea of electron, that are constituent particle. So constituent particle negative and positive and negative in ionic solid, atoms in covalent solid, and molecules in molecular side solid, and metals ion on metallic solid. Which type of force of attraction or binding force develop in four type of solid? Electrostatic force or Coulombic force of attraction in ionic solid. Covalent bond develop in covalent solid. Weak van der Waals force means dipole momentum or London force or hydrogen bond sometime develop in molecular solid. Metallic bond are developed in metallic solid. So constituent particle of ionic solid negative and positive ion, atoms in covalent, molecules in molecular solid, metals ion in metallic solid, electrostatic force in ionic solid, covalent bond develop in covalent solid, weak van der Waals force, dipole London force or hydrogen bond develop in molecular solid, metallic bond develop in metallic solid. So next we are going to perform the comparative study on the basis of physical property. Ionic solid are hard, brittle, high melting and high heat of fusion, bad conductor in solid state but good conductor in fused state. Covalent solid are hard, high melting and boiling point, bad conductor of heat and electricity. Molecular solid, soft, low melting point and boiling point. They have bad conductor of heat and electricity, low heat of fusion. They are volatile in nature. Metallic solid are both soft and hard. Good conductor of heat and electricity. They show the malleability, ductility, metallic luster, normal to high heat of fusion, melting point range from lower to high. So it is important example of different type of solid: ionic solid, sodium chloride, sodium fluoride, silver chloride or lithium fluoride. Covalent solid: diamond, graphite and silica. Molecular solid: ice, iodine, sulfur, bags, solid CO2. Metallic solid: aluminum, iron, copper, sodium, lithium, molybdenum, nickel, and so on. So, dear student, we have learnt the classification of solid on the basis of binding force. These are ionic, covalent, molecular, and metallic compound. We have learnt their characteristic, their example, and also perform the comparative study of this solid. After that, we are going to an important term, unit cell, in two dimensional and three dimensional lattice. So first of all, we are going to study what is unit cell. It is a 1 marks question for your annual examination, so it's an important question. What is unit cell? Constituent of a crystal. Those constituent: atom, molecules or ion. These constituent of crystal represented by point. These points are called lattice point. Space arrangement of crystal lattice constitute a definite geometry. This geometry is shown by a point that is called space lattice or crystal lattice. Means different crystal and they have different constituent particles. These particles are atom, molecules or ion. These are represented by a point which are the constituent of crystal. These points are called lattice point. Means each point of space lattice is called lattice point or lattice site. Every lattice point represent constituent of the crystal. Lattice point collectively represent the geometry of lattice. Unit cell: a group of few lattice point of a space. Mention this. A group of, which group of? Lattice point group. What is the lattice point? Lattice point is the constituent of crystal, that is atom, that is molecules or that is ion. So that atom, that molecules or that ion in few lattice point of a space, lattice shown in repetition. The smallest repeatable group of lattice point is called a unit cell. Means that is the unit of a particular crystal or particular site which are multiply more time and form a crystal. So smallest repeatable group of lattice point is called a lattice cell. Therefore, the smallest unit formed by the regular arrangement of constituent unit in a crystal is called unit cell. So, what is the unit cell? It is the smallest unit of crystal that are aggregate in many time of form of big crystal. So, smallest repeatable group of lattice point is called unit cell, or the smallest unit formed by the regular arrangement of constituent unit in a crystal is called unit cell. So, dear student, unit cell are two type: two-dimensional unit cell and three-dimensional unit cell. The regular arrangement of lattice point in one plane. When arrangement of a lattice point or unit cell in a one plane, that is called two-dimensional lattice. Means smallest part of lattice, that is known as the unit cell. That is known as the unit cell that form the whole lattice by repetition is called a two-dimensional unit cell. Means regular arrangement of lattice point in one plane, that is two-dimensional lattice, and in two-dimensional lattice the smallest part of lattice that forms the whole lattice by repetition is called a two-dimensional unit cell. Two-dimensional lattice and two-dimensional unit cell are five type. Lattice square, so unit cell is square. If lattice is parallelogram, its unit cell is also parallelogram. Rectangular lattice form rectangle unit cell. Hexagonal lattice form rhombus with 60-degree unit cell. Rhombic rhombic lattice form the rectangle with a interior point unit cell. Three-dimensional unit cell. The arrangement of lattice point in three-dimensional space of crystal represent the three-dimensional lattice. The smallest unit of lattice point showing the geometry of three-dimensional lattice is called three-dimensional unit cell. Means we can say that the smallest group of lattice point showing the geometry of three-dimensional lattice, that is called the three-dimensional lattice point. So we can say that the repetition of this in space form a three-dimensional lattice. Geometry of these dimensional unit cell is represented by relative distance and facial angle along three axes. According to relative axial distance, interfacial angle of three-dimensional unit cell crystal are seven type. Basically, three-dimensional unit are two types. Means two type are the part of our syllabus. Primitive unit cell PUC. This unit cell has lattice point only at the corner. Mention this point. Primitive unit cell. The unit cell has lattice point only at the corner. Simple cubic unit cell is the example of primitive unit cell. Simple cubic unit cell SCUC. Second is centered unit cell CUC. In a centered unit cell, these unit cell have lattice point at any other place in addition to the lattice point at the corner. These are three types. Means in a centered unit cell, lattice point at any other place in addition to the lattice point at the corner. Means only corner is primitive unit cell with the corner and any other place, that is known as the centered unit cell. First, body centered unit cell, face centered unit cell, third, end centered unit cell. These are the simple term but important term for your annual examination. First, what is the difference between primitive unit cell and centered unit cell? Lattice point are situated only the corner, that is primitive unit cell. Example, simple cubic unit cell. Centered unit cell, if the lattice point situated corner with any other place, that is known as the centered unit cell. Three types: body centered, face centered and end centered. In body centered, unit cell have lattice point at the center of the body. Mention this point. Lattice point at the center of the body in addition to lattice point at the corner. Means corner with center. That is known as the centered body unit cell. Second, face centered. The unit cell have lattice point at the center of each face with corner. Third, end centered. In this unit cell, in addition to corner, any two opposite face have also lattice point at the corner. Means first, body centered, corner with body, face centered, corner with face, end centered, corner with two opposite faces. Clear example? So the three-dimensional lattice have all 7 type of crystal, have 14 type of unit cell. It is given in table. So dear student, we have count and practice in virtual classes of that part. And next one. So dear student, let us calculate the number of atoms per unit cell in a cubic unit cell. Dear student, we are going to perform the calculation of constituent atom of molecules number in a cubic unit cell is based on the following fact. First, you listen and observe this fact. After that, we calculate the constituent atom of molecules numbers in cubic unit cell. First, in a unit cell, each particle at the corner is shared by 8 unit cell. Means how many lattice point in a cubic unit cell? 8 corner means 8 lattice point. Hence contributes only 1 by 8 to a cube. Understood? Means a working platform have 8 sides. 8 sides means each cubes have added with one part, so it's cover 1 by 8th to a cube. Second point, a particle at center of the face is shared by 2 cubes. Means a particle which is situated at the center only have 2 faces. Means it contribute 1 by half for a cube. Particle at the center of cube contribute only to the cubes. Means which particle which is situated in the center have one lattice point. Particle at the edge centers of a cube are shared by 4 cubes. Means 1 by 4 contribution. Understood this fact on. Means you take a platform where you are stood. Means where are you stand? You are standing in a platform. How much space in the platform? So unit cell, if unit cell situated at the corner, means cubic cell have 8 corner, means 1 by 8 is covered by a cube, means 1. Particle as the center have shared 2 cubes, means shared by 1 by 2. Particle at the center contributes only 1. Particle at the edge center have part 4, means 1 by 4. How to calculate? Calculation in simple cubic unit. A simple cubic unit cell have constituent particle only at one corner. At a cube has 8 corner. Hence simple cubic unit cell has number of particle 1 by 8 into 8 is equal to 1. So dear student, we have gave a different example to perform the calculation of body centered cubic unit cell, and after that calculation in face unit contribution of cell. So dear student, we are going to study the packing in solid. Means every system of universe is tending toward stability. Hence crystal formation take place for stability. Constituent of a crystal get packed in each such a way that its density and stability must be maximum. The constituent particle of crystals differ in size, thus their packing also differ according to their geometry. Dear student, different constituent units pack are arranged to each other to gain stability in a maximum way. So the way that unit cell are arranged to each other and form a stable state of matter, that process is known as packing. The packing of solid differ from each other due to differ the size of crystal which are the constituent unit or particle of the solid. Packing of solid are two types. First, two-dimensional closed packing. Second, two-dimensional closed packing means two-dimensional and three-dimensional closed packing. Knowledge of coordination number is also essential to the study of packing. So, dear student, first we are going to study the what is coordination number or lattice coordination number. This term is important for your annual examination. So, observe keenly this term. Coordination number. Coordination number. In a crystal lattice, the number of atoms or nearest neighbors that surround any atom is called its coordination number. It is characteristic of a space lattice that its value can be calculated by observing the crystal lattice. The value of coordination number, for example, cubic lattice is 6 and the face central cubic lattice is 12. So we can say that the coordination number of a crystal lattice, the number of atom or nearest neighbors that surrounded any atom is called coordination number. So dear student, today's video we have learned the characteristic of solid substance means definite shape and size substance is known as the solid substance. Also type of solid on the basis of arrangement crystalline solid and non-crystalline solid means crystalline solid which have definite and regular arrangement of constituent just like sodium chloride, cesium chloride, zinc chloride, and non-crystalline solid the solid which have irregular arrangement of constituent just like rubber and glass. On the basis of bonding force we have classified ionic, molecular, covalent and metallic solid. Ionic solid have ionic constituent, molecular solid have molecular constituents, covalent solid have constituent of atom, and metallic solid have metallic atoms. Example of ionic solid sodium chloride, molecular solid iodine, covalent solid diamond, metallic solid sodium. Next one we have learned lattice point. The point which show constituent in a crystal structure are known as lattice point. Also learned crystal lattice. The three-dimensional structure which is shown by lattice point is known as crystal lattice. Then unit cell. The smallest group of lattice point which on repetition form a crystal lattice is known as a unit cell. After that packing of two-dimensional unit cell and three-dimensional unit cell. फिर after that learned the packing arrangement of constituent in a crystal lattice is known as the packing. Type two-dimensional closed packing and three-dimensional closed packing. After that next term coordination number. The number of constituent in contact of one constituent is known as the coordination number. So dear student, learned the coordination number, lattice point, crystal lattice on the basis of bond force type of solid, on the basis of arrangement of constituent type of solid and their characteristic. Thank you. Have a nice day.